Good afternoon. Welcome to all of you who are here with us in the Coliseum. Welcome to all of you who are joining us online. Welcome to Mississippi College during our bicentennial year. We have been celebrating, and we will continue to celebrate this milestone. We are one of fewer than 130 institutions in the entire country to have reached this anniversary, and we are the oldest institution in Mississippi by 20 years. Absolutely. And I want to welcome you to this year's degree ceremonies for the School of Education and Human Sciences and the School of Science and Mathematics. And welcome to the last degree ceremony for Mississippi College. In just a few weeks, we will welcome our first class of students as Mississippi Christian University as we rise toward our next 200 years. So as we gather today, we are surrounded by a great cloud of witnesses, women and men who have envisioned the importance of higher education for this state, for our country, and the church. We know that we are the unimaginable fulfillment of their dreams, and we stand as a fulfillment of their mission. But we also know that we are not the culmination. Legacies are passed down and passed on, transformed and transforming. And today, we say thank you to those who came before us. And for those who will follow us, we pledge that we will work hard to be good ancestors, to prepare the way for the graduating classes yet unknown. And each graduate here today will walk across this stage, not just as the beneficiary of this institution's ancestors, but as beneficiaries of the over 550 families that will be represented. The story of Mississippi College is now and forever entwined in the story of your family, your family, your family. your family. So a few weeks ago, we set up an old rotary phone in the quad, and we invited our graduates to pick it up and to offer messages of thanks to their parents. What happened was sweet. Take a look.
Hi, Mom and Dad. I just want to say thank you so much for always encouraging me to make the most of my time here at MC and for always pointing me back to the Lord.
Hey, Dad. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to come here. Thank you for not having me worry about anything except school and succeeding. I couldn't do anything without you.
Hey, Mom and Dad. Thank you for everything you've done for me through this whole process and walking with me through college. I'm super thankful for everything you've done and that you're still doing, and I love you so much.
Hey, Mom and Dad, it's me. Just wanted to call and tell you thank you so much for how much you've loved and supported me and sacrificed for me these last 5 years of college. I hope that as I continue to grow up, I become more and more like you guys. Thank you for everything. Love you.
Hey, Mom and Daddy. Thank y'all so much for loving me and supporting me through this journey, and I thank y'all for every sacrifice that you've made so I can walk across the stage in a few weeks. Love y'all.
Hey, Mom and Dad, it's your oldest. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to be here at such an amazing place and giving me the opportunity to be in an environment that helps me succeed. Thank you for doing all that for me and being there every step of the way, even when I walk into this new stage of life. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Dad.
Hey, Mom and Dad. Thank you all so much for supporting me as I've moved so far away from home. It has been just so good getting to come here and follow the Lord and what He's wanted for my life. And thank you all for supporting me through all of that, even though I'm 7 hours away now, and I'm excited to see where He leads me next. Thank you all. Love you all.
So thank you, Mom and Dad. Thank you, stepmom and stepdad. Thank you, Grandma and Grandpa. Thank you, guardian. Thank you, aunt and uncle. Thank you, sister and brother, cousin, friend. Thank you for all you've done to make these dreams come true. Today is a special day. And to ensure that we can all enjoy today, please be kind to those around you. Allow me to give you just a few reminders. We ask that you refrain from loud bursts of enthusiasm when the names of your graduates are read. Each family here and those joining us online want to celebrate their graduate, and we want to make sure that they are able to hear the names being called. Someone once told me that they felt the louder the celebration, perhaps the closer the student had come to not making it. Now, I don't think that's true, but we don't want to arouse any suspicions. And just a gentle reminder that the use of noisemakers such as air horns are not permitted inside the building, so please try not to disrupt the dignity of this ceremony. Our digital program includes our order of service, the most accurate list of graduates' names, and the words to the alma mater that we will sing later in the ceremony. If you need to download the program, please contact one of your ushers. If you have any concerns, or should you need assistance or direction at any point, again, please locate one of the many ushers who are serving today. They would be happy to help you. Speaking of our ushers, events like today do not just happen without a team of people working together. Teams from public safety, buildings and grounds, events services, public relations, the registrar's office, food service, housekeeping, and many others have been working long hours throughout the past weeks to make the spring commencement at Mississippi College a success. Would you please join me in thanking them for all of the work that they do? At the end of today's ceremony, the stage party and the graduates will recess first to the lawn in front of the Coliseum. Following that recessional, you will be dismissed so that you can join your graduate outside for pictures and other celebrations. Again, please be kind, use all of the available stairways carefully, and make use of all of the available exits. This will help us clear the auditorium safely and efficiently. In just a moment, I will invite those of you who are able to stand, and our ceremony will begin with the ringing of the Hillman Bell by a 1959 alumna of Mississippi College, Mrs. Janelle Hamilton, the spouse of our speaker for this ceremony. This bell is from the campus of Hillman Academy, later Hillman College, which began as a women's institute here in Clinton, a sister school to Mississippi College, and which later joined with us to become an integral part of our institution. You will hear the bell toll 7 times, 1 for each of the 6 schools that make up Mississippi College, and the final one to call the entire university together. Immediately following the ringing of the bell, the processional will begin. The faculty will enter, each wearing regalia that marks their degree and where it was completed. They will be followed by our graduating students, and they will be followed by the stage party, led by the university mace, the symbol of the authority of Mississippi College. All of the faculty, staff, and students participating in today's ceremony will also be wearing a special commemorative medallion that will mark them as a part of this bicentennial event and will become a part of their official regalia. So welcome to Mississippi College for one more graduation. We're so glad that you are here. Please stand if you are able for the ringing of the bell and remain standing through our invocation.
God is love. God is today as God is tomorrow. Let us pray. Today, we thank you for the many, many people who came out to support their loved ones, mothers, fathers, grandmothers, brothers, sisters, uncles. And Father, we just ask that each graduate go and know that you're with them. When there's only one set of footprints in the sand, it is you carrying them. Father, we just thank you for all of us who support your effort and carry your word throughout the world to let people know that it's okay to be a Christian. Father, we just thank you. We ask for your guidance. We ask for your support as we look for wisdom, strength, knowledge, and courage. Courage to make a difference in a world that is so challenged. May the graduates be all they can be. Thank you so much. Amen. Go Choctaws.
You may be seated. My name is Blake Thompson, and I'm honored to serve as the president of Mississippi College. It's my pleasure to welcome graduates and families and friends to Mississippi College's 2026 Spring Commencement Ceremony. This is indeed a special occasion, a very special occasion for the MC family. It is our bicentennial commencement. For those of you who may not know, MC is the oldest institution of higher learning in the state of Mississippi and one of the oldest in the Southeast. And throughout 2026, we are celebrating 200 years of academic excellence and a commitment to the cause of Christ. I'm honored to be with you today, and I want to take a moment to recognize the individual who just provided the invocation. Ellis Liddell is a 1980 Mississippi College graduate who was also a standout track and field athlete. During his time as a student athlete, the MC track team won the conference championship 3 out of the 4 years he was here. Ellis earned his bachelor's degree from MC and eventually relocated to Detroit, Michigan, where he founded ELE Wealth Management, a nationally recognized financial firm, and he actually has a radio show that airs live in Detroit. In the time since his MC days, his personal and professional accomplishments have even eclipsed those of his student athlete career. Ellis and his wife Teresa, who is here with us today, are co-chairs of our Bicentennial Celebration Committee. They co-chair that with Marcia and Bob Holland, who we hoped would be here as well, but were unable to join us. All the events and activities surrounding our bicentennial have been made possible through their leadership and their generosity. Thank you, Ellis and Teresa, as well as all of our Bicentennial Celebration Committee and our Bicentennial Working Group. All of the members of these groups and their efforts have made the entire year extra special. One of the ideas and one of their contributions is the medallion, the bicentennial medallion that you see us wearing around our necks today. This medallion is a keepsake for MC graduates to have during our bicentennial year. Please join me in a round of applause thanking Ellis and Teresa and everyone involved in our bicentennial planning for their leadership. This morning, we celebrated the accomplishments of our graduates from the School of Business, School of Christian Studies, Humanities, and the Arts, our Interdisciplinary Studies program, and the School of Nursing. And this afternoon, we celebrate the graduates of our School of Science and Mathematics and our School of Education and Human Sciences. We're excited to honor, celebrate, and recognize the accomplishments of the class of 2026. I also want to take a moment to acknowledge just a few of our graduating students. We have 4 graduating students who were recently inducted into the MC Hall of Fame. Today, these students will be recognized when their names are called as they walk across the stage. In this morning's ceremony, Hall of Fame recipient Caroline Cook graduated with a degree in nursing. And our three remaining recipients, Charlie Height, Hannah Hinckley, and Brandon Welt, will graduate in this afternoon ceremony. And we have one graduating student who has earned the 2026 Scott Swore Founders Award, which recognizes a senior student for making a significant contribution to the life of the university and exemplifying the ideals of this university's founders. This year's recipient is Brinley Sullivan, who is graduating in today's ceremony. It's just fitting that we recognize our Founders Award as we celebrate the founding of this institution 200 years ago. Now, I love the video that you got to see just a few moments ago of the telephone on the quad. That reminds us that our families are so important to everything that we do. And you know, today, I am like many of you in the audience. I am celebrating with my family too. I have family members that graduated this morning and this afternoon in our ceremonies. I'm doing my best not to get emotional or not to embarrass them as they walk across this stage. And I really look forward to celebrating with all of you as you step into the next chapter of your life. Graduates, you will lead us into a new generation, and your goal should be to provide the next generation of your students, of your clients, of your patients, of your customers with your very best. You should commit to making a positive difference in the lives of those around you. I hope and I trust MC has done that for you. And I encourage you to carry the essence of MC with you as you leave this place today, and keep it with you through your lives and your livelihoods. Graduates, you've also experienced some adversity and grief this year, but you have shown great hope in the face of it. I want to especially commend our biology students and our biology faculty members, as well as the men of Rotaract Service Club, for their resilience during a tough time this fall. I know Dr. Kazari would be proud of all of you. Today is the culmination of your persistence and your determination. Today exemplifies the things you've been through. Maurice, you found your way from that parking lot on your first day to this stage to graduate today. Bree, you found my lost car and golf cart in the parking lot many of times. All of you have a story of what you've accomplished and what you've overcome. And I'm so proud of you. MC class of 2026, it's time for you to continue to shape this world with your hope, with your relationships. It's also time for you to go and join the more than 46,000 Mississippi College Choctaw graduates that are doing that all across this world. You're to go off and to do unexpected things. You are to go off and make this broken world better. You have much to celebrate, but even more work to do in the days and years ahead. I want you to know we love you and we're proud of you. Congratulations. Join me in congratulating this class. Now it's time for me to introduce today's keynote speaker, Dr. Joe Hamilton. Joseph H. Hamilton is an internationally known nuclear physicist and perhaps the most noted scientist to graduate from MC. He served as the Landon C. Garland Distinguished Professor of Physics at Vanderbilt University, and upon his retirement was appointed Distinguished Research Professor of Physics at Vanderbilt. During his outstanding 64-year career, He has published over 1,200 research papers and 18 research books. These numbers are among the highest that I have ever encountered. His wife, Janelle Landrum Hamilton, is a 1959 MC graduate who served as the honorary Hillman Bell ringer at the beginning of today's ceremony. Together, they have written 21 articles and booklets on science and religion that have sold over 1 million copies. Mrs. Hamilton, thank you for being with us today and for your contributions as well. During his career, Dr. Hamilton organized 10 leading research universities to form a faculty group to conduct research at the Oak Ridge National Laboratory in Tennessee. This faculty group eventually developed the first University Research Institute at a U.S. national laboratory, opening the door for many others to follow. Dr. Hamilton and I were able to discuss earlier that our times at Oak Ridge actually overlapped for about a year or two. He was well known on the Oak Ridge campus, but he is even more well known for the research group that he put together between Oak Ridge and Vanderbilt and Russian institutions and the Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory. This group discovered element 117 on the periodic table. For those of you who are not chemistry majors, that's down in the bottom right-hand corner. As leader of this group, Dr. Hamilton was awarded the honor of naming that element, tennessine, for the state of Tennessee. He's also given lectures at conferences in 49 countries and has received 8 honorary doctorates from leading universities around the world, including one from MC in 1982. Before he comes to speak, I want you to know that just last year, his colleagues published a book in his honor. It's titled Science and Humanity, The Extraordinary Life of Joseph H. Hamilton, where in the conclusion of that book, they wrote, "These chapters will show future generations what it means and what is needed to become great scientists as well as great human beings." A friend of the Hamiltons, Floyd Craig, wrote that Joe's religious faith was just as important as his diligent, tireless scientific writing and teaching and exhaustive research. I would like to add a comment to both of these statements. I believe the most important thing that Joe Hamilton has done is that he has lived out his faith as a full part of his profession for the entirety of his career, making an everlasting impact for the kingdom. Please join me in welcoming the 2026 bicentennial commencement speaker, Dr. Joe Hamilton.
Well, I don't often give physics talks with notes, but I have lots of slides. But for this talk, I had to have notes to make sure I say what I wanted to say. I do want to say good afternoon and congratulate you on your accomplishments of being a graduate of Mississippi College. I also want to congratulate the parents and those people who have helped you to this stage to provide the resources for you to attend Mississippi College and to graduate. Parents and well, I thank you for that very gracious introduction. I'll make some comments more about that in a minute. I am honored to be asked to give this commencement address on the very special 200th anniversary of the founding of Mississippi College. You are a very special class of Mississippi College graduates representing 200 years of excellence education. I know MC does a very good job in preparing you to be successful in your field as you leave here. MC holds a very special place in the hearts and minds of my wife and I, including those of you, I hope. I want to stress as you go out in many different directions, have high expectations and high goals. Listening to the introductory remarks which President Thompson gave, I could not have imagined those events in my life when I graduated from high school or from Mississippi College. You need to know something of my early background to know that your success and future successes are not limited by the background that you have, and I want to stress that for you. Don't worry about where you came from, worry about where you're going. I was born in the midst of a worldwide depression that lasted a decade. In 1932, I was born in a little town called Faraday, Louisiana, about 8 miles across the river from Natchez. It had a total population of about 2,900 people. My father was a Baptist minister in that town, and my mother taught me 4 years of high school mathematics. My older sister told me later on, she said, you know, nobody thought that you would ever amount to very much. You were so interested in sports and reading Western books that how could anybody be able to do anything of importance? Well, I still enjoy sports. I have season tickets since 1959 in 3 different sports at Vanderbilt, and I have more than 500 Western books that I've read. And the first Western book that I ever read, I've read 9 times, Zane Grey's Light of the Western Star. As a freshman at MC, I liked math, but I didn't know anything about physics. I was a math major and going to graduate in 3 years. Well, my math professor told me as I was nearing the completion of my math degree, you have to have a minor, and physics is a good minor for a math major. So I signed up for physics courses, and I really got hooked. People ask me, what do you want to be if you want to be a physicist? I said, I'm going to take all the mathematics you can take because physics then becomes much easier to do. I also started reading a poetry book that was the property of a senior who lived across the hall from me in Crestman Hall, and it hooked me on poetry. I started loving to read poetry, and my favorite poet is Robert Frost, and his favorite poem is The Road Not Taken, and I want to say something about that. The last stanza goes like this: I shall be telling this with a sigh, ages and ages hence. 2 roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all of the difference. When I graduated as the valedictorian of my class at Faraday, I could have gone to any state university, tuition-free, like LSU with its tens of thousands of students. Instead, I chose a road much less traveled by, Mississippi College, where I had to pay tuition to attend. Or at least my father had to pay for it, although I earned part of it. But in any case, at Mississippi College, I discovered that when I entered as a freshman, there were less than 800 students enrolled in Mississippi College in 1950 when I came there as a freshman. The less traveled road that I took, beginning with Mississippi College, has in fact made all the difference in my life. And I hope it will make that kind of difference in your life. Very essential was that MC deepened my faith and commitment to God and carried me through many rough times over the years. I went as a first-year graduate student to Indiana University, and I became very discouraged that first semester. When I came home at Christmas, my mother later told me, she said, I never saw how discouraged you were about physics. Well, I wasn't making anything but B's on my midterm exams, and B's wouldn't get me a PhD in physics. My sister even told me, you don't have to worry about it. There are other things in a career you can choose besides being a physicist. Well, fortunately, final exams were after Christmas at that time, and I had 2 weeks of class time before the final exams after Christmas. So I was studying very hard those 2 weeks. Also at nighttime, I had been reading in the Old Testament, and I came across in the book of Zechariah the following verse in Zechariah 4:6. And the Lord said to Zerubbabel, not by might nor by power, but by my Spirit, saith the Lord. It was like God had said to me, Joe, you don't have to worry about your power and your strength. You can become, with my Spirit, whatever you want to be. He carried me through a lot of things. At the same time, I was studying very hard, and I was taking a course in electronics, and I had never studied electronics before. But anyway, we had a textbook written by 2 professors from Massachusetts Institute of Technology, the #1 leading science and technology university in the world, and still the leading technology and science institution in the world. They had written a textbook, and in that textbook, as I was reading through it, I came across an electronic circuit that they had analyzed in complete detail as to how that circuit worked. So I said, well, I'll try working that circuit myself and see what I get. Well, I worked through the answer to it, and my answer didn't agree with the 2 MIT professors. Oosh. Well, that was okay until I came to the final exam, and that problem was on the final exam, to work out the solution to that problem. What do? Do I give the solution that was the MIT professor's solution to the problem, or do I give mine? Well, God inspired me to give mine, and I did. And the professor of the class 2 weeks later came and gave back our exams, and he said, I noticed that a lot of you saw that one of the problems on our test was worked out in complete detail in the textbook. He said, unfortunately, only one of you discovered it was worked out wrong in the textbook, and he worked it out right. Well, my A was assured in that course, and with God's help, I made A in every course that I took during that time. Now, I want to stress 2 other final points. One, I would like to give you 2 words that can be keys to your success in life. Those words are persistence and determination. These were deeply ingrained in me at Mississippi College and at Indiana University. Former President Calvin Coolidge once wrote the following: nothing in the world can take the place of persistence. Talent will not. Nothing is more common than unsuccessful men with talent. Genius will not. Unrewarded genius is almost a proverb. Education alone will not. The world is filled with educated failures. Persistence and determination are omnipotent. These can be keys to your future success, as they have been for me. Finally, choosing one's life partner. Pick one who shares your life's commitment. The year I graduated from IU, I came down that summer to visit at Mississippi College and discovered that the BSU director was a former friend of mine from undergraduate days. We got to talking, and he told me he was taking a group of Mississippi College students to the Baptist World Youth Conference in Canada. Why didn't I come along and go with them? And to entice me to go with him, he said, I will introduce you to the most wonderful girl on the trip, an MC senior. Well, that was a little too much enticing, so I decided to go to that Baptist World Youth Conference in Canada. We met. I went away that fall to Sweden on a National Science Foundation postdoctoral fellowship for research, and she finished up her senior year at Mississippi College. We wrote during that year. When she graduated, she came to Nashville to work at the Baptist Sunday School Board, and in June of 1959 and in September of 1959, I came back to work at Vanderbilt University to do my teaching and research. By 1960, we dated it all that year, and in August of 1960, we were married. MC had given me the best part of my life, my new wife. Together, we have written, when I talk about life's commitments being similar, together we have written, as the president said, many articles and booklets on science and religion that have sold more than 1 million copies. We've also written and delivered many lectures all over the world on science and religion. But of course, we've also just enjoyed each other as we've traveled the world together. In closing, May God help you to find the right road for you and the right person to make all the difference in your life. God bless you and guide you all the days of your life. Thank you, and thank Mississippi College for all it has given me and my wife and all it has given you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Hamilton, for those words. Good afternoon. My name is Mike Highfield, and I have the great honor to serve as MC's Provost and Executive Vice President. As the Chief Academic Officer of the institution, it's my privilege to lead our academic mission and to work with our talented faculty and staff and all those who are committed to the academic excellence and commitment to the cause of Christ for which MC is known. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all the staff and faculty for their contributions in supporting the success of our students. At this time, I will ask all of our faculty and staff who are present to please stand so that we can recognize you and thank you for all you've done. I've had the privilege to work at 4 different universities, and I will tell you that this is the most outstanding group of faculty I've ever had a chance to be affiliated with. They really do care deeply about your students and their success. Students, when you go to graduate school, you'll realize how lucky you've been here. As part of our bicentennial celebration, MC is honored to establish a new and significant faculty recognition through the Institute for Christian Leadership. The Park Fellows Program was established to recognize faculty whose lives and work reflect the highest ideals of the university: uncompromising academic excellence and an unwavering devotion to the cause of Christ. Named in honor of Dr. Ivan Park, Professor of Christian Studies Emeritus, a man whose lifelong path of faith and scholarship and service have shaped generations of students. This prestigious designation celebrates those who faithfully integrate their Christian conviction with intellectual rigor. The Park Fellows are set as exemplars of our Christ-centered leadership, modeling for our students what community is, what it means to teach with truth, to serve with humility, and to live with enduring purpose. Beginning this year, new Park Fellows will be recognized at the spring commencement ceremonies and honored through presentation of a special medallion that will be worn with their academic regalia. It is especially fitting during this bicentennial year that we are going to recognize the very first Park Fellow in the history of MC. At this point in time, I'd like to ask Dr. Billy Moorhead, Professor of Accounting and Director of the Center for Faith, Service, and Ethics in the School of Business, to please come forward to receive his medallion from President Thompson. As he comes forward, I'm going to share a few words about his remarkable service and contributions to our university and beyond. Dr. Moorhead has dedicated his life and career to faithfully integrating Christian conviction with academic and professional excellence. He has served MC with distinction since 2011 and has played a significant role in strengthening the integration of faith and learning across our campus. As the founding director of the Center for Faith, Service, and Ethics, he has helped shape students not only as professionals, but also servant leaders committed to honoring Christ in their vocations. He brings more than 35 years of leadership experience to higher education from state government, including roles at Delta State University, Mississippi Auditor's Office, the Department of Finance and Administration, and the Department of Mental Health Services. He is widely respected as a teacher, mentor, scholar, and leader whose humility, wisdom, and Christian testimony have had a lasting impact on students, colleagues, and the broader university and community. Dr. Moorhead has also exemplifies the faithful Christian service beyond our university through church leadership, ministry involvement, and international mission work, including full-time service in West Africa. As noted in his nomination letter, Dr. Moorhead's life and career reflect the very ideals this recognition was created to honor. Please join me in congratulating Dr. Billy Moorhead. Today, I also have the privilege of presenting 2 student awards for academic excellence, the Nelson Cup Award and the Sadler Award. The Sadler Award is presented each year to the student with the highest grade point average who attended one community college for 2 full years, graduated from that community college, and then spent 2 more years of study on the MC campus. The Sadler Award was presented in this morning's ceremony to Jacob Allen Myers, who earned his Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. However, this afternoon, the Masters has been here. This afternoon, I have the honor to present the Nelson Cup Award at this ceremony. The Nelson Cup is named for Dr. Dotson McGinnis Nelson Sr., a 1907 graduate of Mississippi College who went on to serve as a physics professor at MC. He later served as MC's president from 1932 to 1957, guiding his alma mater through the Great Depression, World War II, and the Korean War. Dr. D.M. Nelson Jr., pastor emeritus of Mountain Brook Baptist Church in Birmingham, and his wife established this award in memory of his father. The award goes to the student who maintains the highest academic average for 4 years with all coursework, and I do mean all coursework taken at Mississippi College. The 2026 Dotson McGinnis Nelson Sr. Cup Award is presented to Brandon Tyler Welch. Come on forward, Brandon. Yeah, work your way up. Brandon is graduating today with a Bachelor of Science in Biological Medical Sciences summa cum laude. Brandon has a 4.0 GPA, is an honors college scholar, a Perry Award winner, and is one of the 4 2026 MC Hall of Fame recipients. Congratulations, Brandon. At this point in time, we will move forward with the conferring of degrees.
Good afternoon. My name is Stan Baldwin, and I am the Dean of the School of Science and Mathematics. Would the faculty and graduates of the School of Science and Mathematics please stand? Dr. Highfield, on behalf of the faculty in the School of Science and Mathematics, and with the confirmation of the Registrar's Office at Mississippi College, I am honored to present these candidates to receive the degree that each has earned. Faculty and graduates, you may be seated.
Good afternoon. My name is Chris Washam, and this year I've had the distinct honor of serving as the interim dean of the School of Education and Human Sciences. Would the faculty and graduates in the School of Education and Human Sciences please stand? Dr. Highfield, on behalf of the faculty in the School of Education and Human Sciences, and with the confirmation of the Registrar's Office at Mississippi College, I am honored to present these candidates to receive the degree that each has earned. Faculty and graduates, you may be seated.
President Thompson, these and other students have completed all the requirements for the bachelor's, master's, specialist, or doctoral degrees from Mississippi College. With the approval of the faculty, I commend them to you now for the awarding of the degree that each has earned.
Thank you, Provost Highfield. It's upon your recommendation and with the approval of the faculty and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Mississippi College, I hereby confer on these candidates the appropriate degree for which they are qualified, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining. At this time, if the graduates will come forward as directed by our marshals, we will begin the awarding of diplomas.
Presenting first the graduates from the School of Science and Mathematics. The Bachelor of Science, Emily Marie Huff, magna cum laude. Ward Guy Adams, magna cum laude. Ella Elizabeth Bailey. Parker Jackson Bailey, cum laude. Shelby Elizabeth Bashirs, summa cum laude. Catherine Grace Browning, cum laude. Todd Owen Cox, summa cum laude. Emma Lee Daniel, cum laude. Austin Allen Day. Sydney Sayward Demet, summa cum laude. Isaac Encinas, magna cum laude. Avery Claire Foray, magna cum laude with high honors, an Honors College scholar. Hayden Bryce Gamblin. Walker Reese Gibson Jr., magna cum laude. Slade Ryan Haney, cum laude. Anna Marie Herring. Charles Donovan Height, an Honors College scholar, summa cum laude, and a member of the MC Hall of Fame. Beth Ann Johnson. Amini Kaluru, summa cum laude. Aiden James Knudsen, cum laude, an Honors College scholar. Please join me in congratulating these graduates. Nikki Hardaker Landrino. And by special arrangement, graduating with his wife in this ceremony, Victor Lane Landrino with a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration degree. Tom Stewart Lee III, magna cum laude. Micah Thomas Lindley, magna cum laude, an Honors College scholar. Carly Grace Masha, cum laude. Landon Thomas Mahan. Braden Brent McKee. Mackenzie Donitra McWilliams, cum laude. Kennedy Sloan Mendoza, magna cum laude. Braden Methvin, cum laude. Allie Kate Noon, cum laude. Adeola Melchizedek Ogundeji. Benjamin James Pledger. Christina Bua Rayleigh, magna cum laude. Galen Kimon Ray. Anna Charlotte Redhead, summa cum laude. Nathan Lloyd Reed. Austin Richard Riyad, summa cum laude. Joseph Samuel Salas Ruiz. Caroline Grace Schumpert. Ellie Christine Slay, cum laude. Hannah Elizabeth Spencer. Michaela Brianne Stage. Ansley Fraser Stewart. Brandon Tyler Welch, summa cum laude, an Honors College Scholar and a Hall of Fame recipient. Jacob Maddox Young, magna cum laude. Please join me in congratulating these students. And now the Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering, Nicholas Harding Bowers. Walker Ulmer Bullock. Jeremy Wayne Emerson. Frank John Kolsky, summa cum laude. Kennedy Carol Maloney, summa cum laude. Gabriella Gray Morgan. Hayden Jenkins Stevens, cum laude. Cole Waters. Please join me in congratulating these graduates. The Master of Science, Destiny Natur Bailey. Ashley Nicole Carter. Kaylin Elise Chauvin. Dalen Gerard Daniel. Kylie Morgan Dorsey. Swizel Fernandez. Michael David Lawson III. Trevor Lane LaGrosse. Landon Maloney. Fernando Paz. and Young Hong Pham. Maria Fernanda Santiago. Caitlin Sauline Savoy. Marquisia Tanae Spear. John Paul Swearingen. Connor James Taylor. Please join me in congratulating these graduates. And now the graduates from the School of Education and Human Sciences. The Bachelor of Arts, Elizabeth Grace Kessel, summa cum laude. Anne Brian Taylor, summa cum laude with high honors and honors college scholar. The Bachelor of Science, Ashton Riley Alderman, summa cum laude. Allison Angel Anaya. James Bell III. Taylor Brooke Benoit. Keller McGee Bigham. Tajali Rebecca Takita Bilbrew. Kelly Lane Brazier. Colin Neal Breedlove. Cameron Michelle Bridges, summa cum laude. Benjamin Peter Britton. Carly Nicole Butler. Kylie Elise Cheshire. Charlie Lee Cooper. Samuel Elliott Daspit, magna cum laude. Evan Denson. Drew Carroll Ferguson, cum laude. Garrett Chapman Fowler. Emily Deanna Gamble, magna cum laude. Sergio Garrido. Amari Dantes George. Lisbeth Topiat Garcia. Matthew Anthony Hicks, cum laude. Jaliyah Lachelle Holmes, cum laude. Abby Carol Huff, magna cum laude. Marion Lane Jenkins, cum laude. Darcy Ann Jones, summa cum laude. Emma Grace Lacey. Jacob Glenn Lowry. Allie Grace McFarland. Laura Catherine Morris. Sydney Denise Moss. Evan John O'Doherty Madden. Bianca Yoriani Ordonez. Cooper Dean Palmer. Kendall Rayleigh Phillips, magna cum laude. Jackson Royce Pittman, cum laude. Addison Michelle Pletsky, summa cum laude. William Hutton Porter, cum laude. DeMarcus L. Poe. Riley Rain Pruitt. Shanna Elizabeth Sellers. Matthew Ray Singletary, cum laude. Riley Peyton Sizemore, cum laude. Chloe McKenna Smith. Beyonce Nicole Southern. Erin Catherine Stamatopoulos, cum laude. Cooper Allen Stroud, cum laude. Irene Julissa Tercios. John Michael Turner. Brinley Nicole Sullivan, summa cum laude, an Honors College Scholar and winner of the Scott Swore Founders Award. Mary Claire Van Loon. Madeline Elise White, summa cum laude. Garrett Lee Wingard. Please join me in congratulating these graduates. And now the Bachelor of Science in Education. Rebecca Marie Archer, magna cum laude. Lydia Elizabeth Barrow, summa cum laude. Catherine Nicole Betts, summa cum laude. Ruth Ann Bischoff, summa cum laude. Kylie Elizabeth Boutwell. Tychina Rosaria Bird, cum laude. Anna Elise Kraut, summa cum laude. Grace Marie Hawkins, summa cum laude. Emma Elizabeth Hodges, summa cum laude. Caroline Mackenzie Mardis, cum laude. Kimberly Salazar, summa cum laude. Emily Nicole Stoltz, summa cum laude. Anna Madeline Story, magna cum laude. Ava Lillian Wardlaw, summa cum laude. Onijah Patrice Wilson. Please join me in congratulating these graduates. Now the Bachelor of Social Work, Ashley L. Barnaba, summa cum laude. Madison Grace Brown. Maurice Clifton Sr. Jenna Lynn Hughes, magna cum laude. Jonna Lee Hughes, magna cum laude. Cameron Elizabeth Russell, magna cum laude. Emma Holiday Savell. And now the Master of Education, Rachel Leah Addison. Dorothy Naomi Atkinson. Tiffany Shamika Boone King. Catherine Ann Butler. Brian Keith Campbell. Miriam Strong Carmen. Felida Wigfall Chester. Amy Catherine Ledbetter Ekus. Kim Crocker Ellis. Christy Saunders Gandy. Amanda Spivey Glover. Erica Shante Hurston Glover. Jacqueline Elise Godbold. Jennifer Green. Caitlin Holly Gregory. Leslie Ann Harkins. William Thomas Harvey. Olivia Danielle Havrila. Sky Lee Jackson. Please join me in congratulating these graduates. Caitlin Danielle Jones. Margot Mizell Keene. Ebony Nicole Kiles. Jeremy Keyshawn Lynn. Kelsey Janine May. Erin Riley McCrory. Taylor Sadie Evelyn Neal. Megan Elizabeth Whitlock Parsons. Antonia C. Reeves. Haley Tatum Runyon. Rebecca Lynn Seal. Jessica Lynn Smith Murray. Kendasha Redmond. Lauren Elizabeth Wallace. Maisha Chantel Wallace. Please join me in congratulating these students. And now the Master of Science, Hope Diane Adams. Isaiah Emmanuel Austin. Alexis Barnett. Tyler Devon Bowler. Mary Frances Brace. Elizabeth Reagan Bright. Lateria Watiana Coleman. Ishman Dravon Foster. Skylar C. Harris. Jamaric Dyrell Hill. Sarah Braswell Hooks. Larquisha Deschantel Hunter. Kristen Patrice Jimerson. Jocelyn Rose Kennedy. Catherine Elena Knuth. Anna Porter Maddox. Shirlene McEwen Law. Valerie Nicole Morris. Mafim Afim Akocha. Anna Jessica Perez. Elizabeth Grace Red. Elena Cristina Rodriguez. Lauren Rain Snowden. Adam David Wade. Hannah Shanks Wallace. Travis Wiley White. Allie Marie Wiggins. Please join me in congratulating these graduates. The Education Specialist, Anna Christine Belk. Kamika Lachey Corley. LaJada Janae Goodlow. Joel Fitzpatrick Sinclair. Kimberly Darcell Vaughn. Kimberly Renee Watson. Kaylin Sanders Wilson. Please join me in congratulating these graduates. Will the faculty participating in our hooding for our Doctor of Education degrees please come to the podium at this time? The Doctor of Education, Gracie Thompson Adcock. April Denise Anderson. Kamita Marche Dillon. Stephanie Ann Harper. Alexis Rizé Reed. Carmela Cassandra Scott. Deborah Kiata Smith. Lakeisha Marshall Thomas. Angel Janetta White. Danielle Wheat Whittington. Please join me in congratulating all of our graduates.
Graduates, please stand. Graduates of Mississippi College, today you don't cross the stage, you step into a 200-year legacy of faith, learning, and service. In this bicentennial year, you become part of a story that will continue through each of you. As you go forward, remember three things. First, remember who you are and whose you are. Let your faith guide your steps and shape your purpose. Second, stay connected. The Choctaw family doesn't end today. It's a lifelong community with over 46,000 MC alumni around the globe. Wherever you go, you always have a home right here. And third, live a life of impact. The world needs your character, your integrity, and your willingness to serve others. Class of 2026, you are now alumni of Mississippi College. And we know that you will carry that legacy well. So go boldly,
live faithfully, and always remember you are Choctaws. Congratulations and welcome to the Alumni Association. And remember, we will always be here to welcome you back home. I want to extend a special invitation to each of you to come back for our bicentennial homecoming this year on October 29th through 31st. At this time, I'd ask the audience and our platform party to join our graduates in standing for the singing of the alma mater. The words to the alma mater will be shown on the screen. Thank you.
You may be seated. Thank you, Dr. Wilson, Dr. Williams, for playing that today. Thank you, Dr. Vance, for reading a lot of names. And thank you to our camera gentleman who was here. He did a lot of stairs and running back and forth. Very impressive. You know, military service to our country is among the highest forms of patriotism and selflessness. This year, Mississippi College was recognized as a military-friendly campus. So at this point in time, I'd also like to take the opportunity to invite all of those in attendance who are veterans or currently serving in our National Armed Forces to please stand if you're able to do so we can recognize you. Thank you. On behalf of Mississippi College, we thank you for your service, past, present, and future. Graduates, would you please stand? We are proud of you, but know that this is only the beginning of a journey you started when you entered the gates on the northeast corner of campus. As you walk in through those gates, they invite you to enter here to increase in stature, knowledge, and wisdom. However, as you leave and go the other way, they invite you to depart to share your culture with all mankind. For over 200 years, Mississippi College graduates have worked and served in God's kingdom in various ways, bringing honor and glory to Him. We're confident that each of you will do the same. Your MC family hopes that this important commencement milestone will shape and direct the next paths and next steps on your journey of faith and service. By doing so, you'll not only enhance the reputation of this institution, but you'll also bring hope and light to future generations. At this time, I invite you to turn your tassels from the right to the left. Congratulations, graduates. Dr. Hamilton, thank you for your inspiring commencement address today. Mr. Liddell, thank you for your invocation. We appreciate you and your wives taking the time to join us. Now I invite Dr. Martha D'Amico to the podium to give today's benediction. Dr. D'Amico is Associate Professor in our Department of Teacher Education and Leadership. Actually, she's a full professor. She was promoted this year, so congratulations on that as well. She's also co-director of the QEP for the Office of Institutional Effectiveness and Research for this year, and she serves as the MC Faculty Senate President. Thus, she is our mace bearer. Dr. D'Amico, thank you for your continued service to MC. We appreciate you and your leadership. Audience, we ask that you stand for the benediction as you're able to do so. Please remain standing for the recessional. After the recessional, you may meet your families and friends on the lawn in front of the Coliseum. Dr. D'Amico.
Please bow your heads for the benediction. Dear Heavenly Father, as we close this commencement ceremony, we thank you for this day of celebration and for the graduates gathered here today. We are grateful for the hard work and dedication that has brought them to this special moment. As these graduates begin new chapters in their lives, grant them wisdom and confidence for the road ahead. May they use their education with integrity and purpose, and may the lessons learned here at Mississippi College continue to shape their lives in faith and in service. We also thank you for the families, friends, faculty, and staff who have supported these graduates along their college journey. Bless them for the encouragement and support they have provided along the way. Lord, I ask that you continue to guide this university as we move forward into the next 200 years as Mississippi Christian University. May we remain faithful to our mission and committed to you and serving others. May your grace and peace go with us now and in the days ahead. In your holy name we pray, amen.
Thank you all for being a part of this